This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
That was a good weekend for Mount Marty University athletics, especially that baseball team. We had coverage of it all here on KYNT. Their doubleheader day win over Briarcliff. They win both of those games, split with Waldorf on Friday. There were a bunch of other sports that had very, very good performances, including shotgun sports, tennis, golf starts this upcoming weekend, as does indoor track and field. We're going to talk about it all, including the softball team for Mount Marty. Today on the show, we're going to speak with the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers baseball program, and Josh Teichroew. Spoke with him post-game on Saturday after the day series win over Briarcliff. They sweep the day over the Briarcliff Chargers in those two games. The baseball team 4-2 in Game 2, 3-0 in Game 1. But I got to take a moment and talk about Zach Hagge, a pitcher for the Lancers in his senior season. Hagge this weekend had a win and 2 saves. As a pitcher, he completed in 3 of 4 games over 2 days for the Lancers. He pitched the final 2 1/3 of Game 1 versus Waldorf, got the win on the mound, that one in the 17-11 win, shut down the Waldorf bats late in that one. Then he comes in and pitches the final frame for the Lancers in both games in the doubleheader against Briarcliff University on Saturday. 3-0 in Game 1, 4-2 in Game 2. Zach Hagge just had one of those weekends that a pitcher dreams about. A win and 2 saves in all 3 of his appearances. 3 appearances in 4 games is crazy enough, but then to come out on top of all of them and get some accolades as well. Shout out Zach Hagge for an incredible performance. Let's go ahead and take a moment now and keep rolling with our week in review of Lancer Athletics. We'll go through all the sports of kind of what we saw. We'll go to the other side of that spring ball with softball now on the season. The softball team is 9-15 on the season. They did start conference play 0-6, however. This weekend, they did fall to Northwestern College up in Sioux Falls. They played at the Sanford Complex, and they lost 7-3 in Game 1, 8-7 in Game 2. Man, that was a close one. The Lancers now take on Briarcliff tomorrow. Those games scheduled for tomorrow in Sioux City, Iowa. 3 o'clock is the start time, 5 o'clock Game 2 start. In some other sports, let's go to shotgun sports here. The MMU shotgun sports, they competed at the Collegiate Clay Shooting Nationals over the weekend. They wrapped up an exciting week of competition at the 2025 Collegiate Clay Target Championships. They were in San Antonio, Texas from the 19th to the 22nd this last week. They competed against some of the best collegiate shooters in the country, and MMU athletes played pretty well. Each discipline at the championship consisted of 100 clay targets, and here's how MMU shooters performed in the main events. Once again, this is out of 100. Xavier Gable hit 81. This is in American Trap. Annika Johnson, 71. Ryan Dobbs, 64. Andrea Suka, 63. In sporting clays, Annika Johnson hit 68, Xavier Gable 57, Ryan Dobbs 57. And in super sporting, Annika Johnson 64. Finally, on Thursday, American Skeet, Annika Johnson 76, Xavier Gable 76, Ryan Dobbs 67, Andrea Suka 49. This event marked the final nationals appearance for their seniors who are set to graduate this spring, in Annika Johnson and Xavier Gable. This is your Lancer Locker. Let's go ahead and keep rolling with some week in review. Congrats to the shooting sports at nationals there. Go to tennis from this weekend. Lancer women's team is 3-6 overall and 0-2 now in conference. Started conference play this weekend with a couple of tough performances versus Doane and Concordia. They fall 7-0 in both of those. They will take on Hastings this upcoming Wednesday in Nebraska. For the Lancer men, they did get a win this weekend. They're 1-1 in conference, 4-5 overall. The men's team defeated Doane University in Yankton on Saturday, 6-1. They then fell by 1 to Concordia, 4-3 in Seward. They will take on Hastings this upcoming Wednesday, 1 o'clock. In golf and outdoor track and field, those spring seasons are set to start this weekend. The golf teams are going to be taking on the Graceland University Spring Invitational this Friday, Saturday in Missouri. March 28th and 29th. That is this Friday, Saturday for both teams there. And women's and men's in outdoor track and field will also start their seasons on Friday and Saturday with the Wayne State College Wildcat Classic in Wayne, Nebraska. Friday, Saturday, outdoor track and field season will begin. That's your week in review of Lancer Athletics, some of the things going on around Mount Marty University, and a lot of good performances this last week, and hopefully some more. We're going to be able to talk about this next week. With that, let's go ahead and take a break now. We're going to come back in a couple of minutes and talk MMU baseball with the head coach of the Lancers in Josh Teichroew. Day series win. They are able to sweep Briar Cliff 3-0 and 4-2 on Saturday, split with Waldorf on Friday. 3-1 weekend for the Lancers. We'll take a break, come back with Coach Teichroew. My name's Tel Tanner. This is 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT. Back after this.
Moving is hard work. This is Deb Speck from Vision Real Estate, and I'd like to show you how I can make moving a little easier. From staging your home, providing moving boxes, and the use of our enclosed courtesy trailer, to the behind-the-scenes marketing, attention to detail, you can rest easy knowing you have an experienced professional working for you. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
James and I are having a beef.
About which Runza burger is best.
It's the savory Swiss mushroom. Hands down.
No, it's the double cheeseburger. 2 burgers, better than 1, 'cause math.
The spicy Jack burger is also good.
True. Wait, why are we fighting?
I forget. Come get your favorite Runza burger today, because Runza makes it all better.
Want the best fast food burger around? Try Runza on Broadway by Bernard's in Yankton.
This is Jenny from Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. Looking for a refresh in your home? Want to change up your space? Take advantage of our free interior design service. We can help reimagine your room using new pieces that will work with what you currently have. At Slumberland, you'll find the best brand name furniture and quality mattresses with the best customer service possible. See us at 2401 Broadway in Yankton.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
You buy, you shoot, and you score. This is Brandon Teichroew from Lewis & Clark Ford. It's back. March Motor Madness. During March, make a sweet deal on a newer pre-owned vehicle from Lewis & Clark Ford, and we'll take you to the free throw line for 3 shots at our showroom hoop for a chance to make your deal even sweeter. Every shot made is an additional $100 off the deal. March Motor Madness going on now at Lewis & Clark Ford, 4th and Capitol in Yankton.
Hey, son, can you hand me that vice grip? As any farmer or rancher knows, having the right tools in the toolbox is important. That goes for your ag lending as well. If you're considering expansion, restructuring debt, or purchasing equipment, call Dakota Mac. We have a toolbox full of lending solutions to help you with your ag financing needs.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
Neutral Vodka Seltzer shows you that simple actually means more. Rooted in simplicity, Neutral knows that often the simple choice is the one that sparks the most joy. Neutral is a tasty cocktail in a can that's unpretentious and uncomplicated. The gluten-free seltzer has just 100 calories and no added sugar. Focused on simple ingredients, vodka, seltzer, and real fruit juice. Neutral offers a delicious taste, proving that hard seltzer doesn't have to be hard. Grab your favorite variety of Neutral Vodka Seltzers today.
It's time to stop making excuses. The peace of mind you get after a colonoscopy is worth it. It's the best way to prevent and detect one of the deadliest cancers. In fact, your doctor can remove precancerous polyps during the procedure if necessary. That's right, before it even turns to cancer. No buts about it. Get a colonoscopy at 45 and follow up every 10 years or as recommended by your doctor. Find a location or schedule now at avera.org/colon.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker, it's 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT. Going at a little bit of a different time today as we got Yankton baseball coming up tonight. Bryce Ladwick, Braden Butler On the call for that one is Yankton Baseball will start their season. Now we're going to take a look at Mount Marty University Baseball. They had 4 games this weekend. They win 3 of them. A day split with Waldorf with a 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing out, which was just incredible. Ended up having north of 50 runs combined in those 2 games between the 2 teams. Lancers take game 1 once again. They win it in a final score of 17-11. Fall in game 2, 18-6. And then they sweep Briar Cliff on Saturday, 3-0 and 4-2. We spoke with the head coach of the Lancers and Josh Teichroew directly following that day 2 performance of a day split over the rival Briar Cliff from the GPAC. Lancers competed very, very well. Let's go straight to that talk now with the head coach of the Lancers and Josh Teichroew after the day sweep over Briar Cliff.
First things first, Coach Teichroew, happy birthday tomorrow.
Hey, thank you. I actually forgot about that, kind of.
Well, you got a good present here today with a day sweep over Briar Cliff. Did you tell the guys that they needed to do this for your birthday?
I didn't, but I definitely am going to take it. That's for sure. It's a pretty good day of baseball for us.
So let's talk about it a little bit. It's a little different from, obviously, yesterday to today. The wind changes everything. Blowing out at 30 miles an hour versus blowing in at 30 miles an hour. You knew you had to have some good pitching here today. Slater Watterson comes in, shutout, game 1, through almost the full game, and had an incredible performance. What can you tell me about him?
Yeah, he's been really good for us, especially his last few starts. He's really came a long ways, and just the adjustments that he's made in practice, and then in his bullpens and how they're showing up on the field. He's been huge. So again, very proud of Slater, and he had another great outing for us today.
Palmer Jacobs started game 2, another guy who had an incredible performance. Jacobs came in today and ended up with 100 pitches, allowed only 1 run through 27 batters faced.
Yeah, Palmer and Slater have both been, really big, kind of a duo, a same-day duo. They've been pitching on the same day throughout the year, and they've given us really quality starts. He has Palmer, he's quite a story. He's worked really hard to get to this point where his role is so strong with our staff and with our team. And it's his 3rd year here, and it's his first year of getting on the varsity team, let alone reps, and now these kind of reps. So just his growth and development here at Mount Marty has been an incredible story, and he is just getting going too. So I think there's a lot more that he's just going to keep growing with. So.
And finally, I got to ask you about Zach Hagge. That is now 3 appearances in 4 games, yesterday and today. We saw him once yesterday throwing almost 3 innings, and then he throws the final frame in both games today. You really rely on this guy.
Yeah, he has the right mentality that you need to have in that role. A guy who it doesn't really matter how he's feeling necessarily, or maybe even what he has, like stuff-wise that day. He's going to find a way, and if not, he's going to give you a really good chance, and you're going to feel really good about it when he's out on the mound. So, he's been really good out of the bullpen for us, and today was an exciting day for him, and just those outings that he has when he goes out there, game after game. I think that gives our entire team just positive energy too, that we can just keep building on, and yeah, it's been fun to see how he's done out of the bullpen.
And we got to show a little love to the bats today, too. I mean, looking at Cooper, he comes in and DHs in Game 2. He goes 3 for 4 with an RBI. He also had an RBI in Game 1. Just talk about his performance at the plate today.
Yeah, Cooper's been really good offensively between DHing and playing first base. Today we moved him up in the order. He's usually been in that 6, 7, and today we put him up in the 3 hole. Just very mature at bats. That's what I like about Coop, is he's not overwhelmed by any velocity or anything. I mean, he's going to give you really strong ABs. When he gets to 2 strikes, he fights hard, and he fouls tough pitches off, and he finds ways to get the job done. So yeah, Coop was huge for us offensively.
And there are a couple guys who also had multiple hits, Shugo and Jalen today. I mean, they had really good weekends as a whole, but once again, capping off with another good performance today.
Yeah, Jalen has had an incredible couple of weeks. He's been huge for us. We talked about him a little bit after yesterday's games too, just how much he can impact the game offensively, defensively. When he's on the bases, he's a problem. I don't think anyone that we play against likes seeing him out there, just because he puts a lot of pressure on him, and he can steal a lot of bases. He gets good reads on balls and dirt, and that's tough to defend. So he had a great week. of games. And then in Shugo, him and Aiden have been great behind the plate defensively, but Shugo's bat is really starting to come around. Last year he was a first-team all-conference catcher, so we've seen and we know how good he can be with the bat, and recently he's getting it going, so it's been fun to see.
Coach, we got to ask you about the season as a whole here. You started off conference play kind of 1-3 in there. You needed to have a big weekend this weekend, 3-1. Did you stress to the guys how important this weekend was going to be?
Yes and no. You do, you know it in the back of your head, we got to start taking care of business. But the biggest thing for us is to just be in the moment. And I know it sounds cliche. A lot of people say it, but we just want to be as good as we can every day, and we want to learn along the way. Yesterday we learned a lot. Like that second game, it wasn't fun, but we learned a lot, and we responded well today, and I think it's a good example of you got to be able to, when the game punches you a little bit, you got to be able to kind of stand up and punch back and show good fight and get back on track. And we did that today. So I'm excited just, for what we have moving forward again, with practices and lifts and all that coming up this week to lead up into our next weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing how we keep growing every day.
Let's talk next weekend. You got a 4-game series versus the Dordt Defenders, 2 at their place on Friday, 2 here on Saturday. I can tell you the scores of their games today. They're playing Northwestern, and they did fall in Game 1, 5-4, and in Game 2, we are in the 7th, 7-3. Northwestern Lynn is leading over, or 7-4 now as Dordt just scored. They are leading. What can you tell me about Dordt and how you're going to be prepping for them this week?
Yeah, they're better for sure. They've had some pretty good wins so far this year, and they're competing pretty hard. So they're going to be scrappy. I say that word a lot, kind of about a lot of these teams that we're playing, but that's how GPAC baseball is. All these teams, it doesn't matter, who they are. You got to show up and you got to play your best baseball if you want to walk out with a win, let alone wins, right? So, that's just something that we got to make sure that doesn't matter who we're playing or what's going on. We got to be our best, and I think that's like the challenge is, competing against you a little bit, like that, just yourself. And how can you get past that? And how can you make sure that you're bringing the best to the yard every day and to the dugout, and doing anything you can, no matter what your role is that day, just to do it the right way.
Coach, you get a chance to get a little bit of rest in over the next couple days now, next game until Friday, then practice all throughout the week. What is it going to look like this week? What are some of the things you want to focus on? Now you're 8 games into conference play. You know the things you're doing well. You know the things you need to work on. What's the focus this week?
Yeah, there's in these games, there's a couple mental errors that we've had that today, didn't necessarily bite us in the butt when you look at the outcomes, but it definitely could have. And, just like making sure that we fine tune just pitch to pitch process a little bit. So we're not taking pitches off, or we're not, getting caught on our heels. And we want to continue to be, a group of guys that is attacking the game. And so just what we do in practice, we want to compete. I think that's going to be a big thing for us this week, is just to keep competing, getting our guys to make plays and game speed. And I think that certainly helps when we do get to game day. Well, we've been doing that a lot more the last few weeks of just, within our practices, how can we find ways to make it as game-like as possible? And you see how guys are reacting to different situations. Are they getting sped up, or do they need to go quicker? Things like that we're going to continue to focus on.
Coach, happy birthday tomorrow. Thanks for coming up and talking with us. How are you going to spend the day tomorrow?
I'm going to relax. I'm going to watch some college basketball. I'm going to enjoy a day of some March Madness, and I'm a big Illinois fan, and they won last night, so I'll get to watch them take on Kentucky tomorrow, and probably watch some of the other games too.
Well, there you go. That sounds like a good birthday. Coach, happy birthday with the day sweep today. Go enjoy this one with you guys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
That was Coach Teichroew post-game after the Saturday doubleheader victory over Briar Cliff. They win the day, get the day sweep over the BC Chargers, and the Lancers now sitting pretty well in conference play. They make up for the mistakes of the opening weekend, and they're now sitting at 4-4 in conference. That was a big weekend for the Lancers. They got it done. Now, once again, going to be taking on Dordt University in Sioux Center this upcoming weekend. And it's not the only time they're going to play them. They're also going to play them Saturday at home here in Yankton. Dordt on the season, once again, they are 1-7 in conference, 12-18 overall. The final score, we didn't get it post-game. It ended up being 11-4 against Northwestern in that game, too. They did get swept against the Red Raiders of Northwestern. Their one conference win did come against Dakota Wesleyan in the conference opener. They have lost now 7 straight. Lancers have a good upcoming opportunity against Dordt this weekend. Thank you to Coach Teichroew for coming and talking with us post-game. You're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes now and keep things rolling. You're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450. It's the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
Sherco's electric accessories, more than just convenience, they're safety. Step back away from the moving parts and out of the dust. Operate your electric accessories with the push of a button. Everything from our 4500 series HD tarp to our ProTrap and AutoTrap hopper door openers to the DriveMax auger mover provide a safer working environment when teamed with the SureLink wireless system. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
When you need a break, Pizza Ranch is ready. Rough day or good day, sometimes you just need a buffet. And we've got all your favorites always ready to serve. Come to the place that puts a smile on your face. This is Mike at Yankton Pizza Ranch. If you need pizza, desserts, or the country's best chicken, our buffet is ready for you every day from 11 to 8. So make today a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at Parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
The Dakota Theater in Yankton is always in need of volunteers. There's something for everyone, such as being involved with shows on or off stage, selling concessions, greeting, ushering, cleaning before and after, cleaning the bathrooms, organizing, helping with the lights, the sound, the costumes, decorating, and more. The Dakota Theater in Yankton is so grateful for every volunteer. Theaters for everyone. For more information, go to dakotatheater.org or call 665-4711.
Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmock Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top-quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
No matter where you go to follow the action, be sure to enjoy a cold, refreshing Miller Lite or Coors Light. Whether on tap, in a can, or in a bottle, the smooth, refreshing taste of these beers make even the biggest upset easy to swallow. So kick back, grab another round, and get into the game. Miller Lite and Coors Light, always a win for any fan. Get them today at your favorite place to buy beer.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Looking for a job you can crush it at? Aztec is hiring. They're seeking a variety of positions, including engineers for manufacturing, electrical software and controls and design, plus electrical technician and maintenance tech. Aztec offers competitive pay, 10 paid holidays, incredible 401k, paid parental leave, safety incentives, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus for production workers. To apply for these jobs or see what other opportunities are available, go to aztecjobs.com.
All right, back here for the final time on the Lancer Locker. You're listening to KYNT. It's 102.1 FM, AM 1450, Lancer Locker, on this Monday evening. We're going to finish things up here and send it straight to Bryce Ladwig, Braden Butler in a couple of minutes. They're coming up here toward the bottom of the hour. I believe 4:45 is their start time for Yankton High School baseball. So make sure to stay tuned to KYNT. That is coming up. To finish up our show today, we're going to go through our upcoming schedule, which is kind of in flux at the moment. The Lancer baseball team is set to play Dort this weekend in a Friday-Saturday series, 4 games, 2 in Sioux Center and 2 here in Yankton. The Yankton games, scheduling kind of up in the air right now because it's supposed to rain on Saturday, and that's when the games are. So those might get moved, they might stay. Just stay tuned to Lancer Athletics. Check out their social medias or tune into KYNT right here. We'll obviously be talking about it in the mornings throughout the days, noon and 5 as well with Josh Bolter and Jeff Erickson. Either way, whenever the home games are, we'll make sure to have coverage right here on 102.1. That'll do it for the Lancer Locker today. I'm Tel Tanner. This has been Mount Marty Athletics on this Monday evening. Have a great night. We'll see you next week, and we'll also see you for Lancer Baseball sometime this week. Thank you for listening.